Spencer's over at Harbor Freight, and I said, your next text is gonna come from Mighty Taco, and then he Snapchatted me a picture of him outside Mighty Taco. Big surprise. But he needs a power shoot switch, and I believe, yeah, I got one down there, and I have a power shoot pedal switch, so whichever one he wants. But I told him I'm not giving it to him unless he brings me a cherry empanada. So he just sent me another snap that said, it's not cherry season. I said, well, whatever season it is, bring it in the form of an empanada. He said, just one? No, I'll take two. They're good for my boyish figure. But anyway, so it's rained all night. It's rained half the morning. It's been on and off raining all day. It stopped raining for a little while. It looked like it was drying up, and then it started raining again. Now they're not showing any rain come through for about an hour and a half, and then it's supposed to hammer down, like torrential downpour. So I just called today a wash and told everybody, forget it. I'm not going to go out and mow today. It's not even worth it. I'll go out. It's about 15-minute drive, a little over almost 20-minute drive to get to my lawns that I have to do today. And then once I get to that point, there's 21 lawns, I think, 20 or 21 lawns. We did one or two from the Thursday list yesterday, so there's like 20 or 21 lawns left, and then it's they're all within a 5-mile radius of each other. So it's not even worth it to drive up there, and then it starts pouring on us, and then we just get soaked. So anyway, Max came by this morning, and we decided to put the new clutch in this thing. Two reasons. One, I made a video, I don't know, a week or so ago, a week and a half ago, and I told you guys that I'd be mowing and it would just keep shutting off, and then I'd put the PTO down and pull it back up and it'd come back on, and I'd be mowing and the PTO would shut off again, the blades would stop turning. And I told you it usually means the clutch is taking a shit. I was right and not right, so let me show you what I mean. Okay, so as you can see, there's the new clutch, and this wire right here that is the plug, the power source for the electric PTO, that was the issue. This moves a little bit. It has a stopper right there to keep it from moving too much. It has to have a little bit of play, but I can't even move other than this pulley, this top part. It's nice and snug, okay? So that was an issue too. I'll show you that in a minute. This here, if you guys remember last year, I replaced this pulley, the entire arm, this spring right here, and that thick spacer, the mini spacer that goes above it, and a new bolt and a nut. This whole thing. The problem is the hole there where the spring goes in was worn almost all the way through. The spring was about to tear through it, and this spacer here was half cracked, and the bearing was shot in that pulley. So I replaced the whole thing. Well, this somehow came loose, and it shouldn't have, and maybe I just didn't tighten it all the way when I put it all back together the first time. But this whole thing, I could pull it up and down over an inch. What did that do? I'll show you. So what that did is cause an issue here. I cut the belt because I had to measure it to make sure when I ordered a new one I got the same length. But you see that big chunk taken out of the middle there where I cut it? That chunk is out of there. There's cracks in it, split. There's chunks missing out of it, split, cracked, all the way around. It's just, this thing is shot. It allowed this belt to get shredded because that pulley was flopping around in there. What it also did was allowed that belt to come down and catch these wires right here for the clutch. That right there is why the clutch kept cutting in and out. See the wires? The one wire is ripped through and almost shredded. This one is about ripped through and torn completely apart. It's just got a couple threads holding it on. So that's what that did, all because that belt was allowed to move in there and went up and down. the other part that I was showing you was this thing just completely, it's supposed to move around, that's supposed to spin, but when it was up inside there, I could still spin it all the way around. And while it's inside there, you shouldn't be able to move it that much. It should only like back and forth just a little bit, just so it doesn't have that initial flex on it, that torque on it whenever you engage the PTO. This thing was just completely whipping around inside there. So it was having issues. This clutch can probably be fixed and just be adjusted by the adjustment points, but I'm not about to, I wasn't about to screw with that while I was in there. I already had the new clutch anyway. This is probably original, but I might just splice these wires, cut them. There's not much coming out of this clutch, so I don't have a lot of room, but I might just cut them and see if I can splice them, solder them back together, and keep this one as a backup. The V-Ride 1 is dead. Again. If you guys don't have a jump box, I suggest you get one. This thing has saved me so many times. Vehicles, mowers, everything. Now there's all different versions of this. I have the GB70. I've literally jump started full-size excavators with this thing. It has an USB and a 12-volt power, or another 12-volt power, and it's the old style phone charger for like Android phones, and that's how you charge it. And it has the regular jump, and then it has the Genius Boost HD. This thing is awesome. And it has a trouble strobe light on the front if you need it for an emergency on the side of the road. Best thing I've ever bought. Ryan Roscoe bought one too, and he loved that thing, and somehow his swelled up. And he contacted the company, and now he has another one. But this thing's the best. But that battery, once I jump start it in the morning, I can mow all day long, shut it off in between lawns, fine, it's perfectly fine. And then get to the next lawn, start it, fires right back up. But then once it sits overnight, no good, has to be jump started again the next day. I believe it has a dead cell in it. I just haven't changed it, so today I'll get one. So it's a good thing about having a shop right near a hardware store. I ran over to the hardware store and got a new battery because I'm tired of jump starting this thing every day. And I got a new hydro drive belt for the grandstand. So I did order one on Amazon today, but I didn't even think that I could get one from the hardware store. Spencer just stopped over here and he's like, well, why don't you just go to the hardware store? He goes, I get belts from there all the time. So I guess I didn't really think about it, that I could get it from there. So now I have one. It was actually pretty cheap. I just went in there and told them the size I needed, which happened to be 48 inches long by half-inch V-belt. And they had the good Kevlar belts there, the exact kind that I wanted. So, done. That simple. So that was a good thing. And now, I can wrap up these projects that I have going on here on this rain day. I went outside to go over to the hardware store, and it was pouring, like torrential downpouring. So, like I've said in the last few videos that I've done, these clean? Oh yeah, they were nice and clean. Like I said in the last few videos I've done, every time it seems like we're about to have a drought, it starts raining again, like pouring rain. So I really don't think we're gonna see a drought this year. It doesn't seem like that's gonna happen, which I am perfectly fine with. Because I don't want any droughts. I don't have time for any droughts. I just want to keep on mowing right on through the year and have a good, successful, financially good year. And the best way to do that, obviously, is to not have any droughts. So, I'm going to finish wrapping this up here and get this taken care of so that this battery will be good to go and I will not have to screw around with this thing anymore, jump starting it all the time. And get that hydro belt done, which couldn't have come at a better time because, like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. We have a lot of lawns to finish up the week. I think 31 or 32 lawns to finish up the week. But they are going to be extremely wet lawns. Especially after all the rain we got last night and all this rain we're getting today. And I think it's supposed to rain all night too. So they're going to be very wet tomorrow, so I would rather take the X-Mark and the Toro GRANDSTAND. Those will be the two shining mowers tomorrow. And then we'll take this Skag because for some reason, this one disperses wet grass better than the V-Ride 2. So, it'll be nice to have that Toro. So hopefully once I put that belt back on there, with the clutch that Max and I changed this morning, that one will be good to go as well. And we'll be in business. Okay, I got the drive belt back on there. Went on nice and tight, real good fit. Way better than the one that had chunks out of it and was all stretched out. That's the main hydro drive belt. I got that changed. I got the deck belt back on. Got it down off the jack stands. So let's fire this thing up. And let's make sure that these blades actually kick in. We're going to engage them right here. I checked. There's nothing under the deck. Maybe some dust and dirt. That's about it. So let's fire this up and see what happens. All right. Here we go. Nothing but love for you, baby. Don't do me wrong. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Hot dog! Well, there's some good news. So, that's better. I guess since I put the battery in this, I ought to try and make sure it starts. It wouldn't even crank before after sitting for a while. Well, that's a good thing. Let's make sure that power chute works. Power chute works. Good to go. Power chute works on that one. Power chute works on that one. Power chute still work on this one. Sure does. That one's a little bent up. That needs some attention. But, good to go. Now in the morning, we'll pull the V-Ride 2 off. We'll take the X-Mark, the Toro, and the V-Ride 1, because the three of them do the best with wet grass. Well, the rain stopped for now, but we're supposed to get a whole bunch more. And I am super happy that the Toro is back in commission, or so it seems. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But I'm going to pick up Billy, and we're gonna go to the gym and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day, as long as the rain holds out, because now they're calling for rain tomorrow morning. I hope it holds out. We got a bunch of lawns we gotta knock out. So tomorrow it'll be me, Billy, and Max. I don't think we need Connor. Between me, Billy, and Max, I mean, we knock out a lot of lawns really fast. So I think the three of us together, there's no sense in paying a fourth guy. We really don't need him. We can knock it out. I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's always fun working with Connor, but it's kind of a waste of money to pay a fourth guy when I really don't need to. So me, Billy, and Max can knock it out, and I guess we'll see what happens. But as long as we get like at least most of the day that we can mow, I think we'll be all right. So tomorrow's another day.
It's dead soft.
So I picked up Billy and we're going to the gym, but we had to stop at the dealer because our choke springs came in, and we come out of the dealer and we just come through like a torrential downpour. It was like bright out. It's only 3:22 in the afternoon. Look how dark it is out. It always looks way lighter in the camera. Yeah, I'm looking through the back of the camera right now, and it looks, yeah, it looks a lot lighter. Man, it's way darker than that. It's super dark out here, and we just went through a crazy downpour, like crazy. You couldn't even see two cars in front of us. But I don't know, the way it's been raining last night and all day today is like spring all over again. But I think we're just getting the remnants of that storm, those tropical storms that come through Florida. So bring it on, baby, bring it on. It'll be like spring growth. We'll be back to double cutting everything again. Yeah. Which will be crazy, but hey, at least the grass is growing and I'm not complaining. So tomorrow's a long day of mowing, right, Billy? As long as it stops raining.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll see. We might sit in the truck and let Max go out there and mow.
He would too. He would go out there.
I know he would. He definitely would. He'd be like, "Ah, screw it, boss. Let's just do it." Crazy. Man, it keeps coming in bursts. It was just yanking my tires sideways when we were driving straight back there. It's hammering down, then letting up, hammering down, and letting up. That's crazy. Billy, see if you can get that on camera. If you guys look close, you can see the water pouring out of that gutter, and it's washing all the mulch out of that flower bed.
Washing all along here.
Yeah, but look up by a building. It's running out of there like a hose.
I don't know if they can see that.
Bring the camera down to where it's a little clear. Now use your finger in front of the camera and point.
Right
there.
There.
It's pouring out of there like a garden hose. And it's washing all that mulch out all over the sidewalk. That's how hard it's raining. Man, it is flowing out of there. Look at it come out of there.
Look,
crazy.
oh yeah, you can start to see it now on the sidewalk, all the mulch coming out.
Yeah, that's crazy how fast it's coming out of that gutter.
Look, it's all across here.
Yep.
Flowing along.
That's nuts. Yeah, these roads are flooding out. That's nuts.